Okay, again, another CAS reflection from me. Okay, so this is my CAS reflection for my creative activity of taking photography class in my summer program in Oxford, England, which was pretty cool. So basically, I took a photography course in Oxford University through a program called Oxbridge Academics Summer Programs. So basically, a bunch of high school students were able to study courses in Oxford, and I chose a photography course. And it was really cool because I got to take these amazing photos and learn about photography in a beautiful city. So my photos were always really interesting because it wasn't rainy Vancouver, but it was beautiful scenery of Oxford City. So that was really cool. I basically had a photography course every day, and we basically showed up to class, and then she's like, okay, theme today is plants, and go take photos of plants around the city, and then we'd go off on our own and come back, and we made journals, and I'm gonna attach some of my photos to this, and they're pretty cool. So yes, look for those after watching this video. So a learning outcome I accomplished from this activity, sorry, I'm just moving around, was developing new skills, because, developing new skills because I love photography. It's a fun hobby, but now I have all these like really serious, good photography skills that I didn't have before, so they're new photography skills that are great because now my photos come out so much better and they look really professional, and it's awesome because my photos aren't like blurry and stuff. They look really artistic and professional, so it's I love these new skills I got as a photographer through this course. Prior to starting it, I guess I had hoped, again as a perfectionist, I had hoped to be this amazing photographer by the end of it. And I definitely became a better photographer. That is definitely something I became. I didn't become the next Andy Warhol, I guess, maybe. But I definitely became a better photographer. So I guess in a way that's accomplishing my goal of becoming an amazing photographer. So difficulties, I guess difficulties I had was a little kind of like photographer self-esteem, because a lot of the teenagers, other people in my class were really good photographers. Like, they had taken all these really good photography courses before, so they had professional looking photos, and I kind of had these like mediocre photos. So difficulty I had was kind of like just ignoring their photos and doing what I wanted to do, and not really caring what other people's photography looked like. So that was a difficulty I had, was kind of getting over my self-conscious, like, man, my photos aren't that great kind of thing. So I didn't interact with anyone in this activity. Maybe my teacher a little bit, but she was pretty relaxed, and she really liked my photography. She really liked my flower photography, which I had a lot of fun with. So yeah, she was really cool. She was really easy to go to help for with, like when I didn't know what setting I should use for certain kind of lightings and stuff. She was really cool to talk to anyways, so I had fun talking to her. What I learned about myself is that I love photography. I love taking photos. I love documenting this kind of stuff because it's like taking a snapshot of a memory, because it was great because I got to take photos of my friends that I had met that summer in Oxford, and I'm going to have those photos forever now because they're both digital and printed. So I'm going to remember those people forever now because I took photos, and what I learned is that I kind of live through the memories of my photos, and that photos are really important to me because it just reminds me of all the good times I've had and all the good times I had that summer. So photos are important to me. That's what I had learned about myself that summer and through that course. Skills, abilities, definitely skills and abilities focused around photography. I don't have that blurry photos anymore. They're really clean and crisp, which is really cool because they look so professional. And I'm like, yeah, I took that photo. And I'm like, I used to be kind of like, yeah, it's not that great. But now I'm like, yeah, I took that photo because they look really good now, which is cool because I love photography. It's one of my favorite art forms, so art medias, so it's really cool. Values is definitely, was kind of going back to that whole self-esteem thing, and I definitely learned to value my own work and not to judge it so much, because you are your worst critic, and that was something I kind of learned about myself, is that I'm a terrible critic of myself, and I'm always judging myself, so it was definitely a value I learned, in that I shouldn't be so hard on myself so much, and that I should just relax and be comfortable with what I'm doing. So, what else? What I would do differently? Take more pictures, honestly. Some of the days I kind of slacked off, and I didn't take so much, but, and that city was so beautiful. I wish I had taken more pictures of the architecture and everything. I wish I had taken more, like, street photography, like putting my camera on the floor and putting it on self-timer and just getting people photos of the busy streets of Oxford, because it was just so crazy how a city that's so chaotic and busy, it was so beautiful and serene at the same time. And I wish I had gotten more photos. It sounds egotistical, but I wish I had gotten more photos of myself that summer, because I really grew that summer, so I wish I had gotten more photos of myself in a way. But no, it was an amazing photography class, and I wouldn't change anything about how the class went or how it ran and what I learned in that class, what she taught in that class. It was an amazing photography class, so nothing I would change about that. Maybe just a couple things about how I should take more photos. But it was a good experience. I think everyone should dabble in photography, even just a little. How can this apply to other real-life situations? I think going back to the whole thing about how I love taking photos of memories and stuff, ever since taking that class, I have to have some form of camera with me, because I love documenting my life, because I like going back and being like, yeah, that was fun, and having those memories, and being able to look back on them and not forgetting. So I think definitely taking photography course applies to real life situations of, like, taking photos of my everyday life and remembering all the good times I've had through high school and all the good times I'm going to have, and taking pictures of the little moments, the moments I'm going to have. So, yeah, I think it's a really valuable thing to learn, is taking really good and amazing photographs so that you can save them and show them to your kids or your dogs or your friends in the future. So, yeah, I had so much fun with this activity for CAS. I think it's definitely a really cool creativity option for people, because it doesn't involve being a performer, and if you're kind of on the quiet side of creativity, it's something you can do on your own in your own time. So it's definitely a creative option I recommend to future CAS students, because I don't want to say it's easy, because sometimes it can be really hard taking a really good photograph, but at the same time it doesn't involve demanding performer needs of creativity. So I think it's definitely a creative option that anyone can try, and anyone can be really good at it, because it's again, it's pretty simple. So it's you know what, it's straightforward. That's a good way of explaining it. It's a pretty straightforward creative activity if you're not that creatively in tune. So I definitely recommend this as a creative option for you. So yeah, I'm signing off, and yeah, I'll see you later. Sorry, I have to figure this out. Okay.